People in the office have presumed because we're old, we're stupid, you know? But we've still got our marbles.
Kate Smorty's Zimmer army is battle-hardened.
OK, everyone, you ready? Let's charge.
Charge!
For 2 months now, they've been fighting eviction from their low-care home in Byron Bay.
They're trying to move us out. Tell them they're dreaming.
The giant Gold Coast-based charity Feros Care, which runs their village, refused to let our cameras inside. So the band of rebels have turned a community hall next door into their temporary HQ, fortified by tea and scones.
I just feel like saying to them, what are you worrying about? We're staying. You know, they're on a lost cause.
37 residents were told to get out 2 months ago, but a core group of more than a dozen have dug in.
I'm not going anywhere and my doggy isn't either. Muppet's coming with me. My Muppet and I are here and we're staying here.
Sometimes sadness and sometimes anger, mainly anger.
This feeling of complete unfairness and un-Australianness. That's what's happening here.
Nationwide, the aged care sector is in crisis. Dozens of nursing homes have closed and scores more are predicted to follow. Staff shortages and the cost of new federal reforms, including around-the-clock nursing care, are being blamed. Everywhere else, the seniors have gone without much of a fight, but not Kate's army.
They've underestimated us. We're not demented. We're not easily persuaded.
Feros village Byron Bay was the dream of Greek immigrant George Feros, an eccentric local milk bar owner. For the last 25 years of his life, he wandered the streets with a bell and a collection box.
It was a total obsession for him to collect for this nursing home 7 days, 7 nights a week, from dawn until dusk. You know, he never stopped. And he died in 1981 on the streets with his box in his hand and his bell in his hand.
George's aged care home opened 10 years later.
This is our community. Faces and personalities that make us who we are and who make our village truly special.
The 40 seniors living in 4 specially designed cottages were so captivated by their surroundings, they turned movie makers.
Action! Out every window is the lush green of Byron Bay and the sounds that come with it.
As soon as you walk in the gate and see the lawns and the gardens, you immediately feel the space.
The not-for-profit charity now runs 2 other aged care homes in the area, but its most lucrative source of income is providing in-home care to over 35,000 elderly and disabled people.
At Feros Care, it's been a big year of ensuring people are happier, healthier, better connected.
Last year, Feros cashed more than $100 million in government cheques.
Bingo!
But 2 months ago, Feros Care called a meeting with residents.
And told us that we're going to shut Feros down and you all have to find somewhere else to live.
I'm hopeless. It upsets me so much for what they've done to us. You know, all of us here, we're all upset about being told that we had to go.
Absolute shock. Absolute shock.
The day after getting the bad news, Kate was admitted to hospital with heart trouble. She didn't stay long, but by the time she returned to the village, Kate had made up her mind to go to war.
Mum has been saying for the last few weeks, you cannot let the bullies win. They think they're bullying us. Well, they won't bully me. The bullies will not win. As an old hippie, I'd say, we're sticking it to the man.
Kate's army is growing. She's led protest rallies.
I'm not going. I'll be the last one out. Mick and I are the last one.
And has won the support of the council and community leaders.
This is like a gold standard of what aged care should look like. That's why we need to fight for it to exist.
Friends of George Feros are also in shock.
He'd be disgusted, absolutely horrified. He'd be turning in his grave, revolted by what they're doing.
Feros Care's CEO declined our interview request. In a statement, the charity said it had no option but to close Feros Village, Byron Bay, because it cannot meet the higher government requirements for residential aged care.
What do they actually mean when they're saying no option?
I don't think we know. I mean, put it this way, no one at any level of government has told Feros that they must close.
The Federal Minister for Aged Care, Annika Wells, told us the government is not forcing the village to close. This is a business decision taken by Feros Care.
If Feros don't want to run the village, then let someone else.
The charity plans to redevelop the site into what it describes as an intergenerational community where seniors and younger adults live together in harmony. In the meantime, life behind the locked gates isn't what it used to be.
The pressure from the Feros people is extreme.
She's come to my room and says, you know it's going to close. You know you have to get somewhere else to live.
To me, what's happening is elder abuse. You know, to pressure older people out of their home through coercion and bullying and through fear, that's not okay. And this community won't stand for it.
Feros Care said no residents have been bullied or pressured. So far, more than half have decided to leave, and we're told one was sobbing as he packed. A day after moving into his new nursing home, he was found dead. Police are preparing a report for the coroner.
He missed the fellowship of Feros. He missed all the people who knew him.
The residents who remain can't be forced to move. The village has to remain open until suitable accommodation is found.
You seen some of them? Go and have a look at them. God help us. You wouldn't put your dog in them.
The last thing I want is for my dad to be institutionalised in a facility that doesn't suit him. This suits him.
We shall not be moved.
My mum's not going anywhere. She'll be chained to the bed and I'll be there next to her.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying.
The only way they can make me move is for two big burly policemen to carry me out, and I'd be scratching their face while trying to do it. And I think that'd make the headlines, make a pretty picture, wouldn't it?
They shall not be moved just like a tree.
Devastating this is happening, but good bloody on them for standing up and fighting back. And Kate at 95, imagine being that gutsy and ready to lead a war.
And I love that she said it would take two big burly policemen. Thank you.
She'll get rid of one so easily. You can pin her down.
Yeah.